This is Federalist Paper 2, Part 5. These and similar considerations then induced the people to rely greatly on the judgment and integrity of the Congress, and they took their advice notwithstanding the various arts and endeavors used to deter and dissuade them from it. But if the people at large had reason to confide in the man of that Congress, few of whom had been fully tried or generally known, still greater reason have they now to respect the judgment and advice of the convention. For it is well known that some of the most distinguished members of that Congress, who have been since tried and justly approved for their patriotism and abilities, and who have grown old in acquiring political information, were also members of this convention, and carried into it their accumulated knowledge and experience. So he says, our first Congress that took place in 1774, these people became experienced, informed. They learned how things work. And after so many years, a lot of them have come and joined in the Philadelphia Convention. They were even more informed, more experienced, and they wrote this Constitution for you. So you are going to have a much better Constitution, a much better system that's designed for you. It is worthy of remark that not only the first, but every succeeding Congress, as well as the late convention, have invariably joined with the people in thinking that the prosperity of America depended on its union. To preserve and perpetuate it was the great object of the people in forming that convention. And it is also the great object of the plan which the convention has advised them to adopt. With what propriety, therefore, or for what good purposes, are attempts at this particular period made by some men to depreciate the importance of the Union? Or why is it suggested that 3 or 4 confederacies would be better than one? I am persuaded in my own mind that the people have always thought right on this subject, and that their universal and uniform attachment to the cause of the Union rests on great and weighty reasons, which I shall endeavor to develop and explain in some ensuing papers. They who promote the idea of substituting a number of distinct confederacies in the room of the plan of the convention, he's talking about instead of the plan, instead of the Constitution that came out of the convention, seem clearly to foresee that the rejection of it would put the continuance of the Union in the utmost jeopardy. That certainly would be the case, and I sincerely wish that it may be as clearly foreseen by every good citizen that whenever the dissolution of the Union arrives, America will have reason to exclaim, in the words of the poet, farewell, a long farewell to all my greatness. So here he constantly says, do not be fooled by these people that are telling you, if we divide these 13 states into 3 or 4 confederacies, that would be best for you. He says, no way that is going to happen. It's going to be awful for you, because Once you stop uniting and break the 13 states into 3 or 4 confederacies, 3 or 4 parts, then you're going to be very weak, and European powers, the British, the Spanish, the French, will take advantage of your weakness. And the last line, farewell, a long farewell to all my greatness, is from one of the plays of William Shakespeare. It's from King Henry VIII. He's saying we're jeopardizing the fact that we can be great by not uniting. We're putting ourselves in danger. We can no longer be great if we do not unite.